Greetings, I'm Craig Washington, and I'm the principal of Columbia High School in Richland One School District. We are located in Columbia, South Carolina, which is the capital of our state. It is with great pleasure that I share with you some of my experiences during COVID-19 as a school instructional leader. Changing the narrative for students and staff during COVID-19. This is my second year as principal of Columbia High School. Columbia High would be best described as an urban high school. We have approximately 666 students and 106 staff members. 45 of those staff members are teachers. We have a poverty index of 56.1. However, 100% of our students receive free lunch. A unique fact about our school is that we have an EL population of 8.1%. We can have upward of 30 different countries represented at our school at any given time. Our special education population exceeds 20.7%. This presents another challenge for us as we're dealing with the impact of COVID-19. When I was hired as the principal of Columbia High, my job was to turn the school around. I had no idea that I would not be able to finish my first year, and on top of that, I would be starting my second year in a way that wasn't normal. South Carolina was impacted very hard by COVID-19. An early report indicated that 30,000 to 40,000 students were unaccounted for by school districts in May of 2019. By the time we ended my first year, we were not able to account for 3 students, and that was devastating for me. After doing some research, we were able to finally narrow that down to 0 students. I thank my amazing staff for their hard work during this challenging time to make sure that we're able to take care of and support our students. As we began the 2020 school year, I knew that we had to do things differently to support teaching and learning in the virtual realm. The first thing we did was utilize collaborative leadership. The second thing we did was to engage in professional development with not only our teachers, but also our administrators. This professional development was provided by CTQ. The third thing we did was follow the data. That way, we had a better understanding of where we were going and how we would get there. We integrated a collaborative leadership model with our teachers and administrators. Through that model, we were able to establish and create clear goals for our students, parents, and teachers as it related to virtual learning. As the instructional leader, I'd already developed a relationship with my staff. They felt like they could be honest with me and we could have honest and sincere dialogue about their level of readiness before we moved into the second phase of virtual learning. I was very happy with my teachers. They worked extremely hard to create an environment where best practices in virtual learning would be shared. My school leadership team exercised and modeled flexibility along with patience with the teachers. We wanted them to also model flexibility and patience with our students. This whole virtual learning experiment was something new, not only for the teachers, but also for the students. We adopted the phrase, monitor and adjust. When teachers found new solutions to solve problems we were facing, we utilized Teams to share that information, or we posted in our PLC site. When administrators went to the classroom, we saw teachers doing something that was amazing related to virtual learning. We encouraged those teachers to share. That collaborative leadership model helped us to become a stronger team. When we began this journey, we did not have a true learning management system in place in our district. Only a few teachers were actually utilizing Microsoft Teams when virtual learning began in March of 2019. As we began to look at professional development, we felt that it was very important for us to target a few areas. Student engagement was first. We wanted to make sure that we maintained the engagement of our students. We didn't want any of our students to be lost or left behind. Additionally, Knowing that we had a 20% special education population, we want to make sure that we increase our teachers' knowledge of appropriate virtual learning instructional tools and pedagogy. Leadership was still key in this area. We established teacher leaders to help support us in reaching our goals. Frustration was kept to a minimum because staff members knew that there was a few individuals on every hallway that could help provide virtual learning support, which included a newly appointed technology ambassador. Following the data is critical if we are to identify weaknesses and create interventions. At Columbia High School, we look at data every week regarding graduation, attendance, and the passage rate of students in their classes. It's so important for us to be proactive and provide our students with the resources that they need. We look at our students in grades 9 through 12, and if they're falling behind, we provide them support, whether it comes from our teachers, school guidance counselor, social worker, or parent coordinator. We utilize other staff members within our building, our ISS coordinator, and also our hall monitors. These individuals might make phone calls to parents if a student has not signed into a class to receive virtual instruction. We've leveraged technology to allow students to recover content and even receive tutoring. It's a great way for our students also to stay socially engaged when we leverage technology to provide opportunity for them to participate in a virtual talent show, for them to participate or share a sporting event online, or host a number of other school functions. We think that providing our students this opportunity, virtual and being creative, is allowing us to stay connected with them. My social worker and guidance counselors sent out surveys to our staff and students at the beginning of this week. Based on the preliminary data so far, we can ascertain that our staff and our students are in need of social and emotional support. My guidance counselors and the social worker plan to conduct sessions to help our staff focus on self-help and care. As for our students, we feel that they need a brain break. We're going to be utilizing elements of capturing kids' hearts and incorporating meditation as a part of allowing our students to reconnect and reduce their stress level. Helen Keller once shared, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." I'm encouraged each day by the generosity and support provided by our community, the tenacity of the Capital family, and support of Richland One School District. We don't have all the answers, but we're going to continue to strive to do what's in the best interest of our teachers and students so that we can change the narrative.